What's going on? Yo, we giving it to you live. We giving it to you raw. From the intergalactic Holy Ghost space station. Look, tonight we're going to talk about it. We're going to get right into it too. But we're going to take a deep breath. I did a class of Pilates and yoga tonight. So not only Pilates and yoga I did tonight, I worked out, and then I also I do these regimens with my herbs, with my teas, and then I move my joints, my 13 joints and my ligaments. So excuse me if pardon the C. That's what I'm gonna say today. Today we talking about Dr. SEBI. We're talking about ancient ancestral wisdom. Today we're talking about relationships, ancient ancestral relationships. This is not just about a physical realm, because a lot of us, as I can see, like people that are very into the 5 P's, right? Like, I would say the Matrix, right? Or the artificial realm, right? Let's just say it like that. The artificial realm is a place where people look outside of themselves, right? And they look in a relationship like, how am I going to get satisfied, right? So satisfaction or desires or pleasures, right? That's the main thing in life. We buy stuff, we have relationships for some type of either outside pleasure or internal pleasure. We can keep it direct. So in the nature's realm, like if you look out in nature, not just artificial, it doesn't look for everything outside of it to. Nature has an ability, Mother Nature, Big Mama, she has an ability, right, to, can I make sure I can receive comments on this? Can you see right now if I could receive comments on this? Just to make sure, if anybody clicks in, they're able to comment. And y'all, look, I also want to, still stay in calibration and coordination is, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank the haters. I want to thank not just the haters. I want to thank the people that really support the conscious community. Not just like, and I'm going to go so deep into Dr. SEBI as long as this thing lets me go live and I can stay my head on a swivel. Don't ask me why. I multitask like this. I've been doing it since a child. By the graces, Mother Nature is going to take care of us on this journey. So, in this relationship with the seed, in this relationship to the people, to the conscious community, to the people that support the conscious community, to the people that actually are invested into the conscious community. Then you have people that are invested into the conscious community and they are still doing the toxic morality, the monetization, trying to get rich off of conscious people's mind, on herbs, on different ways of relationships, different integrations with businesses. People see the new health and wellness being a multi-million-dollar business. And then not only that, Dr. SEBI was speaking. He was also a intellectual speaker. And some of the things he said, went through people's hearts because they took it personally. They absorbed it instead of observed the message. So that's why I want to thank the people today is I could actually really say, like, I seen a lot of the comments, try not to get too deep inside of it emotionally at all, but also take value into perception, which I don't believe in anything or believe in perception because I'm always omnipotent, I'm always omnipresent, so I'm always changing. That's what life is about. It's always about recorrecting self. and then also being into the alchemical process of recorrecting yourself, but to a point like today. When you recorrect yourself to a point where you can get your herbs, you can have a relationship with yourself. What's going on? Blessings to the people. That's you, Kira? Oh, snap it. Shira. Let's go.
Snap it, Kira.
Kira. Oh, snap, it's Kira. Blessings. Let's get it. So we able to comment?
Yes.
We good. Yeah. All right, smooth. So look, what I want to say is, like, when we have a relationship with the community, the people, you know, we have to be wise, because not only are you sharing valuable information, you know, you have information that you want to get out there or necessary to get out there. But then you have a community of conscious people that usurp the frequency. Now they still go and eat meat. They still in a toxic environment, and they're just like usurping, like, how can I monetize off this wellness? So that's why I want to bring up Dr. SEBI. I want to bring up relationships. I also want to say thank you to the people that are really in support on a genuine genius level, where I seen a lot of people where they were like, there was a lot of people like, I can't hear him. I felt like there was a lot of bots, because even though I was moving a lot of different times, is you could hear me clearly. And for the people that is meant for them to pick it up and understand the message, those are the people that I'm speaking to. So I understand in the Matrix, we have a lot of comments, a lot of people, a lot of fake entities that try to slither their way into the conscious community, and they try to usurp valuable intelligence, value information that's coming straight through the Neteru, straight through your super kinetic consciousness, right? How we touching down today is, I'm gonna put some chapstick, you know, we in New York, so I still wanna, you know, give you the eyes and not just put the glasses on, you know, and let you see the windows in the soul, you know. A lot of people don't like to look in the left eye or the right eye or both eyes, because if they are scared to look into your eyes, the eyes are the window to the soul, okay? So as we speaking, I really just want to say thank you to the people that observed the information that was coming through the wire and understood or understood and overstood that it wasn't just coming from me. Speaking from a place where a person is not egotistical and they understand that they are just a vessel and they are just a body and they are also the cosmic universe. So I am you, we are us, it is I and I. And yes, there is a slithering snake or a slithering entity that has been in the garden forever. So I just want to pull a light out on that, because that is something that Dr. SEBI, he was coming up with a $50 pure Kure to heal and to revive, to intracellularly cleanse and revitalize the central nervous system. And there are people that today that are in the business and have such a very big following, came out with his name and still try to disgrace his name by talking about him, by disrespecting his name. And not just disrespecting it by talking it, they living of life, speaking like they don't know the antidote, like they don't understand the manual, they don't understand the antivirus, and they still commit in treason on their bioatomic makeup. So that's the relationship that I'm having today, is with my own self. I'm speaking online, but I'm also in reflection that I'm speaking to everyone as I and I, for those that are not slithering around in the garden, because we keeping the grass cut over here in Brooklyn, you heard? So look, even on the islands, you know, we understand, and that people need to understand that people don't read. There's people that still reading out there. Like they like, yo, I'm reading, you know? And then there's people that are picking up a direct communication, a direct line. There ain't no reading like if it is or if it ain't. It is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. So if people are still saying, yo, it's a blood type, people are like, yo, it's a blood type. That sound real deceitful. If somebody would ever say, yo, it's a blood type and I eat meat because my body says I need meat. Meanwhile, you got a man that came from the galaxies. He came to New York. He came to Brooklyn. He came to a lot of these places. So by bringing this up, I want to say, stop with the buffoonery already. Some of y'all look like clowns, including myself, if I would deviate the process. If I would deviate Mother Nature, right, and pull my card. I come from a drug-infested environment, grew up in it. You heard? I'm still up in it. But now in my own environment, even while there's cocaine floating through the air, if you in New York and Brooklyn and you think you not on the octane or it's in the water, I got something to tell you on your dollar bill. Check it. That's why they don't like to touch dollar bills, is that when you have a dollar bill or you have currency, you have money, people sniff yayo. Yayo. It's not just yayo. Yayo is actually a octave that we sound out to Mother Nature, even from Mama Coca or Embelito or Mambio. And we say, yayo. But we don't go that other route because that's with gasoline in it. But what I'm saying to you is that a lot of people don't realize in the urban cities, there's a lot of stuff floating through the body. So if the mitochondria is not alkaloid, if the mitochondria is not on a rejuvenation or intracellularly cleansing and also a revitalization, the central nervous system starts to calcify. This is not, what I'm speaking is not coming from me. This is science. This is somebody that came and did testing. Somebody that actually took the time to stop his life, stop the world, sacrifice from his children, time from his family, and went to deal with Mother Nature. Built a relationship with Mother Nature. Why are you going to build relationships with families, with people, and you not building a relationship with Mother Nature? Why are you going to other desires and pleasures and not putting your feet on the ground and magnetically electrode conducting a ground to your physiology? Why are you still walking in sneakers, buying houses? Why are you still promoting people to invest into a slave currency, the NASDAQ? Anybody that's investing in crypto, okay? Yes. If you're not running your own blockchain and you don't have your own farm, you investing in the slave trade. If you are in stocks or bonds, even me, corporations, but being that I have a corporation and a livation and the only thing I conduct through it is health and wellness, is still a reverse engineered technology the same way that they reversed our technology. That's what we doing over here. We reversing the technology. We correcting the technology. I want to say this to y'all because I got enough breath in me to go on for eternity. People are sending things through the airways right now, and I know y'all can feel it. Those ain't your thoughts. Something's about to happen, and I had to do this live. I feel that we thought it was going to happen next cycle, but I want to tell you something. I think it's about to happen, y'all. I think that it's happening already right now in the present, where we going through something in the celestial mothership. And if you have a connection with the mother, you can feel it. You can feel it so deep inside your navel that something is chaotically, psycho, wrong out here. That everybody is still saying they down with the conscious community. They building relationships with the conscious community, and then they go and eat donuts after. Then they go and eat meat after. Then they go and get yodels after. Then they go and get bacon, egg, and cheese after. No, you are not down with the community. We smell you from a mile away. People that's really eating meat, people that's really doing the work with Mother Nature, you can't hide it. It's only 0.0001% of us. So every time I come around friends, family, new relationships that try to get up in the spaceship and they still in the matrix, watch how I take you back to A6. Cause y'all shapeshift. Y'all like Dracos and Snakos over here. Yeah, this channel is not for you. That's why we not trying to look for 1,000, 100,000, 1 million followers. All we want to do is have a direct connection with people that are actually with the plant kingdom. People that are actually with Mother Nature. Even if you eating meat and you go the inverted way and you like boys and toys and you like girls and worlds. Girls and worlds, that's been forever. We with y'all. With the boys and all of that, I ain't with none of that. But if you want to learn how to take yourself from the meat and the draconian and that artificial insemination, that straight mad grass, straight snakes all around, if you want to come to this side, you are able to come. This is not saying we blocking off everybody and everything like that. On this side, we not faking the funk while we got honey and it's coming out to the people, and now the honey coming out and you trying to get rich. Now you got herbs, you trying to get rich. You got platforms, you trying to get rich. But what you feeding back to nature? What you giving the people? You giving the people a platform telling them, yo, this ancient knowledge, this ancient wisdom, this ancient honey, this ancient, still tied down to the religion, and you still, with the, Elohim team, and they not with the preserving the primordial water. That look funny. You with the Elohim team still eating meat. They might be funding you. You might be with the Quran boys, or you might be with the Catholics or the Christians, and they still funding you. What kind of money is that? That's slave trade stock money. Let's get back to the stocks. They talking about gas on the trappers. How you enslaving your people? World trade, Wall Street. Damn, went from selling gasoline to selling more gasoline. How you look? We from Brook. We from the islands, and we not talking like that. No, do not invest in stocks. No, do not invest in that Crip coin if it's tied down to petroleum. Only invest in stocks or crypto that is with Mother Nature. You raping the Congos. Every single time a person buys a stock of gasoline, of petroleum oil, even me, I just bought gas. I ain't talking from just me, I'm talking from I. Ask her, do I buy gas a lot? No, I just get it, and I gotta get the message around, I gotta live, and that's it. But I'm not going to get gas to tell people to buy gas. No, I'm out here trying to build a spaceship. Niggas is still trying, excuse my language. Figures is still trying to petroleum base the world, and you not selling drugs. You selling more drugs than you was selling drugs before. Boy, this the new 50 Cent on this. I'm going to tell you, because, they could take shots. By the graces, we dodging them. It's the new 50 Cents of the conscious community. If you acting like you conscious, just like he did to Diddy, I'm not playing with you. Don't ask me to be on your channel. Don't even ask to say hello to me. Because I know you done watched me. I know you didn't see me on Rich's channel. Too much rich money pouring out his stream right now. Y'all still focus on petroleum. How you look? $50, they think they killed Dr. Sebi. I had a meeting with him the other night. I seen him on a canoe. You know what he said to me? Let me tell you a dream that I had an ayahuasca retreat. I went to Dominican Republic. This is word to my mother. Word to Mother Nature. When she let me see through the veil, I had a conversation with Dr. Sebi. He visited me in my dream. You know what he told me? It was so dark in the water. We was over there canoeing. We seen everything without looking. You know what he said? Don't waste your time over there. The people are crazy. They're lost. And they act like they're crazy. They just like the demon world. They like to use Dr. Sebi's money and his nature to get paid and then go back to eat meat. His wife killed him. One of his wives, not my eye, she knows which wife killed him. Some of your wives, they don't want to see you around, including me. Because when you start getting into this world of herbs, and then you running around the beasts and the Dracos are eating meat, and they celebrating the crusades that raped and enslaved us, and then they've watched you get out there, and not just you being out there, you out there every single day with Mother Nature, showing them that Mother Nature got you 360. Even if I go or come, I come and go as I please. I sneeze, hechu, hekuwa. I'm right back, just like Dr. Sebi. Cut off one head, you gonna make multiples. Stop using Dr. Sebi's name. Y'all women and children that came from his vein and disrespected his name and tried to take him out the universe because y'all was mad that that brother could still get it up and have multiple women. Y'all got so mad that my brother Dr. Sebi had Lisa Left Eye next to him, beautiful. He was like, how this 80 or 70-year-old man, ageless, still got that type of flow, vertebrae, procreate, bow, letting the women be more procreate. He would help women to be more procreate so we could keep our genes going. Y'all lost it when y'all thought we cheated on y'all. Y'all lost it when you thought we cheated on y'all or you cheated on us. You lost it once you didn't go to Mother Nature and you got jealous and you didn't see the value of tribeship. You lost it. You lost it when you used somebody else's frequency to try to gain value within your community, and then you possess and you lie, and then you go back, and then you go to the dark side. I used to think I had lust problems until I realized I'm not crazy. Y'all crazy as fuck. Yes, y'all is. It's a natural procreation thing. It's a B-man thing, you know? More fire. You know what this is? You know what this is? You try to X, you don't X? You know what it is, Batty boy? Come on. How you don't be live? How you keeping it going? How you selling to the people 12 times the money? You have a $50 antidote Dr. Sebi was going to give out for $50. Y'all thought y'all took him out. He like Machiavelli right now, laughing at y'all. Y'all really think this death stuff exists? Y'all really think you could die? You really think you could fucking die? Y'all never multiplied a day in this life. I used to get so much money. I have fun getting less money now. And realizing this system about to pop. Shit about to pop. Excuse my language. I got a little crazy there. Whole Instagram, keep it 1,000 with me. This is something today that is coming through the intergalactic space station. And a lot of people don't realize when you do unto others, no matter what life that you come back from is going to come back to you. The things that you do in love to the mother, that comes back to your seeds, your soil. The things that you unlock in your mind, The design that you unlock in your mind because you're watching everyone for some strange reason, watch you come out naturally, be yourself. People don't like people that rise. People don't like people that are in this conscious community. The real conscious community, the unseen conscious community, nobody really likes them. Let me tell you why nobody likes the real conscious community. Because the real conscious community doesn't deal with all of the fake, I'm woke, I'm broke, or I need money, or I ain't got money, or I'm gonna, believe in Jesus, or Isa, or Aset, Heru, Osiris. The original Sphinx. How can you lie when it's on the earth looking at you that you Illyrian, that you from Mu, that you... It's so important. Pardon the glitch. Somebody might be calling me, so let me just chill for a minute. It might not be going through. Let me clear my throat. Nah. Don't be scared to clear your throat. Everybody be like, they be trying to like hold in like they ain't got no mucus and ish, especially in New York. They try to get online. They're like, get that shit out. You heard? Get that money out. Breathe. Yo, this a different channel. I could tell. I could look at my reflection and it's not me. There's a way that the 5 dimension and the 3rd dimension is happening right now. The different relationships right now are separating. The people heavy on the 3rd density, they really feeling it right now, really. They starting to pull on the 5D, because the 5D people right now are the people that's gonna get them, where they need to be, or when this boom happens, they're gonna shut off, You can't keep the physical world running forever if you desire too much in the 3D. Thoth said, Tehuti, DJ Huti, okay? Tris Magistis, all right? Y'all might know him as Thoth, okay? Or Hermes, okay? He told you, he said, if you desire the earth or the physical plane, it's over for you. Every day you live in, and if you desire to be in it, or you desire to keep this thing going, you thugging. But if your desire is no desire and it runs supernaturally or autonomically or autonomously, that's when you let nature do her thing. But everybody want to be in control. Everybody in the conscious community want to be the top dundada. Everybody in all the world, they want to be the top. They want to be the best. But then all of a sudden, when Best is on top and he like, yo, what's up? Who really putting in that work? Who really putting in that work? Who really putting it in? Who really putting it in? That's when you could tell why we named the channel My Aunt. That's why you could tell we named the channel G Host. That's why you could tell we named the channel Tehuti. That's why you could tell we named the channel My Aunt Kinetic Hermetics, because we not deviating the process. Ever. Ever. Even if y'all want to call it what y'all call it, what y'all see. Do you know that what you call sexual energy or tantra is one of the most powerful or the magnetic, energetic frequencies known to the universe? When you learn how to direct your frequency and learn these buffooneries around you, you could see them. You don't have to read the universe anymore. Your omnipresence speaks for itself. When you silence yourself, you humble yourself, and then when you need to speak, let's say like, you done the work, you put the work in, and then it's time to go, then it's time to go. You might need to sit down and take a break and be like, hold on, am I talking too much? Or is what I'm talking making too much sense? And now people are understanding that it's about you. It's about what you do to yourself, in self, that has a relationship with self, that builds the relationship outside of yourself. So if you don't have a great relationship within yourself, people that you see, somebody see me the other day. They took me on a 93-acre land. They said, come here, hang out with me, stay here with me. I'm watching these people, they about to leave the universe and leave the land. I don't know what it was. Then the next day, I did another ceremony. And then this Israeli guy goes, he's like, yo, this is your land. You know, you could live here. You have a place here. And I'm over here, got land of my own land. And I'm like, is this really what happens when you start investing in Mother Nature? That things just start adding up. Things start to multiply out of nowhere. That's when you know you don't need anything. That's when you know that you have everything. When you don't need to have a spaceship type of car and you could, you know, ride in a buggy or something. You know, you could wear regular clothes, cotton. Ain't got to be Versace for somebody to watch me. You know what I'm saying? That's just corny. I'm noticing now that you more rich with minerals and earth. Not if you galvanize in the minerals and you not birth. This earth, this earth, we speaking it to you live from the middle of the naval intelligence, from direct, from mama, big mama. She's speaking through me. Excuse my language, mama. I know sometimes I get a little thuggish out here, but I'll try to calm down and take it easy for the people. I know sometimes you be talking to me like that too, because you know sometimes I can receive it better, but I know I need to calm down. Alright, I'm gonna calm down. I ain't talking to Poppy, because Poppy sometimes give me abuelito fuego, but when I talk to mommy, she like, just stay like a flower and talk to me nice. You know what she say? You got that oh na na, oh na na, oh. She got that oh na na, oh na na, oh. She be like oh ja ja, oh. And then we be like oh la la, oh. That's how you make love to mama, not just yourself. You sing to the birds, you sing to the animals, you sing to the fucking rats and the ninja turtles under the ground too. They don't like that stuff. The draconians, they hate it when you go, she got that oh na na, oh. She got that oh na na, oh. She be like oh ja ja, oh. And then we be like, oh la la, oh. Because we stay within the Heru. We make love with mama. Mama. Yeah, she's the big mama. She gives you voice. She gives you octave. She gives you blood. And then she lets you talk your talk, because then you can walk your walk. And if they ever try to cross your path, X marks the spot. We triangulate and we multiply. More and more and more and more. Moo, 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 moo. If it ain't about moo, then it's head shoe. And if it ain't about hekua, and you so in the light, and you in the light, you're like, I'm the light, I'm the light, I'm the light, I'm the white, I'm the light, I'm the light, I'm the light. You know, you the light, be the light. On this channel here, it's like what Bobby Hamet was talking. But if I could have seen Bobby Hamet and he would have spoke to Dr. Van, I don't know how. I want to stay with Bobby Hamet. I think somebody's trying to call me right now, so I don't know if it's sometimes seen on the video that when people call me, for some strange reason, you know, the voice doesn't hear me. So just want to take these deep breaths. So look, Bobby Hamet, right? He had great knowledge, great information, great wise conscious community. The reason why I'm bringing this out to the conscious community, if they can watch to the 360, is if Dr. B. Valentine could have gave ayahuasca to Bobby Hamet or Chukrunita, maybe he would have stopped drinking alcohol. He would have stopped eating all of them Snicker bars. He would have stopped eating all of this stuff to, make the heart go boom, boom. Right now, it's not just a war that's going to go boom, boom outside. Right now, it's a war that's going to go boom, 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 boom in the heart. And if the heart is when the new neutrinos hit, and it's going boom, 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 and it's not going boom, 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 boom. That's a different type of war. This is not the war that's going to be televised. This is the war that's going to be crystallized, okay? So look. If he would have utilized alcohol like other great leaders, they're like, yo, I'm a conscious guy. They go back and did me. I'm an idiot. I'm out the matrix. I'm out the matrix because my mind told me I'm out the matrix, It sound funny when you hearing that coming from a person that has so much wisdom, right? Somebody will have so much wisdom. And I learned from Bobby Hamet. I probably talk like Bobby. You heard? I just try not to say that smacker word too many times, right? I love Bobby. I can channel Bobby. Okay, I can pick up his spaceship. Hold on, let me chill out. Is that Bobby and a lot of us need to stop playing the buffoonery card and thinking that if you eat the meat or if you sing the jingle bells, or it's not happening. Or let's say you taking Dr. Sebi's forum and you saying you giving it to the people, and then you got gold water. And we all know gold comes from plants. We all know it comes from the minerals. Come on now. I mean, what kind of science study are you doing? If you giving the people nano silver and gold, you could use to clean the water, and then that goes into the body, because now these are how particles and light photosynthesis transfer, or sound and frequency or magnets attract. So if we only speaking from a quantum field, you're only gonna learn the quantum people. You're only gonna be in artificial realm. But if you learn the Trinity and the tree of life, it's a whole different field today. Right now, people that just realized that people were into conscious communities, they had a lot of great systems set up. They're going back into their funnels or their things that they're creating. And they're like, wait, how am I teaching the people something that is very off? How am I going to have and eat meat, right? How can I go? It's like saying, I'm going to say this straight up. People said about smoking bud or taking ayahuasca. EYL said about ayahuasca. Billy Carlson said about they smoking weed on the corner. Yaki, with the buffoonery and the $10 million and a bunch of, imagine you got all that $10 million. $10 million and you got a bunch of cords. Don't you know he working for the Jesuits? He over there Hebrewic and all that. I don't know how you don't see through these people. They still got the Quran out. I big up to my Moors. But if you in the book of the dead or book of life, or you in the Mahat or the Mahabharata, or you in Dejetism, or you one of those Moors, I'm with you. But yeah, you could do what you do like you did the X. Okay? You could do what you do and did the X like you gonna flex. You think so. And then you got a bunch of X's walking around. Look. This is giving it to you live, and we giving it to you raw. How you look, I might puff a little bit of herb, right? But my Rastafarians, like where I come from, we've been doing it for long. Himalayan, Colombian gold, Hindu Kush. We've been doing the real thing until the Germans got involved and invested $44 million into the bud game and changed the genetics. Did you watch the spin from OG to Kush to Runts? Come on, did you see the sour diesel switch to the cookie strain? You ain't see how they did it. You ain't see how the snakes come through the line. How How y'all don't? That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all still reading, but what about picking up? What about real telepathy? What about real deal telepathy? What if we say things? I got videos, and not just saying videos, of all the ships coming multiple times with people, without people, on my line. That's telepathy at its finest. Look at CIA. They try to look for people that can hone in on ships. You gotta watch out for me, man. I might be here and not be here. Because y'all scared to share the information. Y'all scared to die. Y'all scared to multiply, I think. Because y'all think that exists. We only multiply here. Can you tell when somebody doesn't live off of fear, but revere the omnipotent, right? Because I do revere the omnipotent. One thing that I understand, I've been living here in this world and watching all of y'all, or all of the world, or all of people, all these conscious or unconscious communities, they not even living. I'm here on heaven, doing the best I can, understanding, yeah, I still need to unprogram this matrix. Let me build a business. Let me figure out different ways. You know, it's my daughter's birthday today. It's my daughter's birthday today. It's my daughter's solar return today. Drew in Ma, St. Nicholas. What's Tiger? I saw you on Brother Rich channel. Salute God. 1 second. Dave, 1 moment at a time. Om Soul Talk. Yes, I. Bless to you. One love. Yes, I say. It's my daughter's B-Day today. It's my daughter's solar return. So I realize these relationships that we think that we have, or you know, learning what Mother Nature is or what having children is, I think we forgot about it. I think some of our mothers and some of our fathers, some of our relationships, and some of the relationships with our ancestral blood, I think it's been thrown off a lot. But I think that it's now I'm coming to a realization on this solar return for my daughter Isis. My daughter's name is Isis Ma'at. That's her name. She 4 cycles around the universe, and she taught me a lot. My son is Heru, and they taught me a lot. I didn't really learn about the Kemetic science until my children came into my life, and how much I sacrificed from that point in my life to give to Mother Nature. And I've seen the trials and the tribulations that I go through in life with different relationships, not just loved ones or companionship, and you know, how I could say it, you know, the wife, the primordial mother, the mothership, the woman, you know, the one that needs to realize too as men is that she's not only the creator, but there is a Mother Nature that is very intelligent. And I think when our women start to realize how intelligent plant-based living is, how important being connected to Mother Nature is, I think that's where women fail to realize is they overstand the man, or understand or don't understand the man, or the man don't understand the woman, is how important Mother Nature is. Did you hear what I said? I said that I think the women, I think the men, the women in the men, or the men in the women don't understand how important the kinetic connection to Mother Nature is. I think that's what we've lost. I think we don't need to like drown out the noise and all of this relationship and all of this consciousness. I think our relationship to Mother Nature, and not just looking in our ancestral blood, the actual celestial primordial blood from Mother Nature, I think we've lost that relationship with her. And I think we have that relationship with her because, think about it, when they were women only on the universe, they only used sound and vibration. And then they wanted to create men. And these Saturnians maybe would come in. Or maybe these are the men. Who knows, right? This story is so before our time. They only used that. They didn't use the raping and the pillaging and none of that. They didn't use the, putting bloody old sacrifices into the water and putting blood into the water so the alligators that we used to climb on top of used to drive us downstream naturally. I think people lost that connection with blood, with the water of the universe, but also the primordial amniotic fluid, the mother, the connection that we have with the mother before we both leave. I think too many women or too many men think that they're more powerful than each other, and I think that's where we lose value. I think we need to both understand as men and women to the relationship to Mother Nature, is that's where it could bring back our consciousness together. So if we're dealing with any trials and tribulation, there's only one solution to all revolution, is to be back with nature, be back with your resources, be back with self-sustainability, be back where both of you guys are not in survival mode, trying to upkeep a artificial system that is running into the ground. I think that's what people are feeling right now, especially the women are feeling that this artificial realm is leaving us. They letting us know it's snap, and then they putting us back on it, feeding us more of that chocolate bar from the, the wars or I think it's Mars bar that owns the royal family that owns the Mars bars, where we use a lot of the snap EBT, and these are the people. Look, if you think about it, a lot of Arabs, they own trillions of dollars of oil. They're putting gasoline not only inside of your car that you fueling every day, that you breathing, they putting gasoline into the food that they giving you EBT for. They all work in cahoots. Not only do they work from the Vatican regime and throughout all the Kabbalah and then all the Saudi Arabian Quran and Muslim field, this is a very organized black nobility. These are the Muslims, man. The Muslims are the black nobility. That's the hidden hand. I'm just reading it from how I'm speaking right now, as I'm understanding that it is the Muslims. They own the most money. They own the most oil. It's the darkest Muslims. They are the black nobility. That's the hidden hand. How did you figure it out? All you got to do is go to the projects. All you got to do is follow the money and follow the blood. All you got to do is smell the blood. And y'all still eat meat, right? Y'all still can eat meat because y'all got different blood. Y'all only got one blood. It's 0+ gene. There ain't no other blood type. Y'all always want to say different blood type. Them different blood types, them not your blood. If you ain't 0+, you nothing. You a clone. And then you about to be cloned out too if you 0+ and you eating that 0, or you eating that, you know what I'm saying? Straight like that. So look, I just wanted to give it to y'all live, man. Some of your family you don't realize you could read in a life, because let's say for Dr. SEBI, how his wife killed him, she probably still eating meat. She got deceived by the Dracos. When you eat meat, the parasites get into your brain. They don't have to come see you as an agent to you. Let's say your wife is eating meat. You got connections with her. You built Honduras. You built Usha Village. And then there's another woman you dating, she eating meat. She not really with it. She looking at you as a feast. She coming around you. She like, oh, you know what? He's got a good company. He's looking really good. I can go next to him. And what women use the most, oh, he was cheating on me. Oh, he had a lot of wives. So I got rid of him. Y'all ain't never heard your grandma say that? Yeah, my grandma, she a beast. She one of the biggest beasts around. She'll eat you for dinner. Respectfully. My mom too. I learned this from my mom. I want to say this to y'all. I've been wanting to say this. There's a field out there of women that think men don't have a women in them, or consciousness where they only think that they are supreme of the man because they think they're the only particle that can have that women particle in them. I'm just sorry to tell you that you're very mistaken. I've had nothing in my life, and I used Mother Nature to get everything I needed, or she gave me everything I needed. So that right there is to prove to you I did not need a woman. It's not saying that I don't need a woman. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you is that a man does not need a woman, or a woman does not need a man to be fruitful. If you are fruitful with Mother Nature, you can make love and have orgasms with yourself. You should try it. And I'm not saying to play with yourself. I'm saying go out in nature and sing to nature. Did you know that you could have an orgasm from singing? Did you know you could have an orgasm with just being in nature? Just like breathing in nature? I don't know if y'all ever had that, but I don't know. I had that. You know, Mother Nature wetted on me. She straight, how you call that? She squirted all over me. Mother Nature squirted on me. And she was like, I love you. You know, I don't know. She did. She told me that. You can say whatever y'all want to say. I don't know. It sound weird, but like she kept me alive this long still, because I used to. I still gotta watch the way I'm speaking. But she understands that there are women out there that destroy the men. You know, women have so much power, so much magnetic power, that they can either make or they can break you. That's how powerful and magnetic women are. And then you got Mother Nature. She's higher than all of us. That's one supreme being that I am scared sugar of, is Mother Nature. When the tigers come out and they roar and the plants start to move and the water goes, then I'm like, oh, thank God I learned how to swim and get a canoe. Because if the water come, I can swim. The only thing you gotta watch out the waves. You know, you gotta learn how to be underwater for a little while and emerge. Excuse me. So, yeah, I'm very fearful of Mother Nature. But in a nutshell, too, if it's that time, it's that time. You know, that's how I learned to sit with ayahuasca. Mama Chocronita. She helps you to pass the veil of your heavy heart, to travel through your dimethyltryptamine, to learn that if women or men or things that are you harvesting or harnessing are coming next to you and is weighing on your consciousness, she can tell you right away if it's your consciousness or if it's the weight of somebody else's on your consciousness. And when you let them off of your consciousness, and you could actually breathe, and you have dopamines and serotonin, and you realize that you're healthy, and you realize that you're wealthy without having anything, I think that's the most profitable thing in life, is to be present. I think in life that if you learn to be present all the time, I think that's one of the biggest challenges in our life today, is being present. Being primordial, being in an essence where you don't let anything affect you. Things can get thrown at you. You might twitch a little bit. You know, you might feel your eye or your ear get a ring to it, you know. But then when you look at the moon and you see it's half full, you're like, okay, I get it. We at the half full part, you know. The water's starting to get a little bit low, you know, and then the water's gonna continue to rise again, you know. Then we look at the sun, like today it came out, and I just want to share this and really keep it on key with the ancestral lineage, with the relationships. You do not have to have a relationship with your outside realm. You could have more of a relationship in your internal realm, that your outside realm will be eternal for you. It's a proven fact that I've proven to myself as a child. Not only like 15 years I've been doing this, or 15 cycles, Since a child, I got videos not just to prove it, but I left everything behind. You know, I learned that less is more. And then I learned that if the new season is coming, it might rain on me again. Let Mother Nature do her thing. Even if you feel like you don't have a lot, feel like you have a lot in your spirit, in your Mother Nature, in the stuff you learn, the stuff you sacrifice, the investments that you made to Mother Nature. For some strange reason, she's got a bank like no other. I ain't never seen a bank like Mother Nature's. You want to know why? Let me tell you why. I see people, dead people, and they have billions of dollars. They got cars. I'm watching their children on drugs. I'm watching they children take out their mother for a life insurance policy. That's what I mean about poorness. You could have all the money in the world, but if you ain't got spirit, if you ain't got soul, if you ain't got your presence, you might have just lived for 150, 60 years and you just now realizing you entering the 5D realm. And you might have no money or all the money in the world. And now you being unlocked with this new AI of what's been happening, what you've been investing in, what you've been doing. You've been doing that, sugar. Yes, it was no hiding it. If you are where you are, what you invested in, that's who you are. Straight like that. If you selling stocks, you buying stocks, or you eating meat, or you rich in money, but you're not rich in presence, you chose that. You chose in your life everything you have right now, so you have the ability and humility to recorrect it right now. That's the life we living in right now. We living in the most aware time of the whole entire cosmic universe. One more thing I want to say to you. Here is people play games. A lot of the relationship people, they play games and they act like they're not playing games. They manipulating your mind, they pressing your buttons because they watching you grow, and they like, how many times I can press him because he keep ascending and he keep passing the marks, and I want to watch Netflix and drip. Or, I want to keep the accounting system working. Or I want to keep the stocks going, right? And then they might see you or see somebody doing it. Somebody else doing great things, working with clay, working with hemp. It's not just me out here or I out here. There's a lot of people out there that's really doing it, right? But we're learning something right now. Right now, this is like, when you have children, you learn from them. How can I take care of my children? How can I take care of myself? How can I implement my children to have generational wealth? How can I own land? How can I have fruit that is produced and self-sustainable to revitalize my children? How do we recorrect this universe? That's where we are. We are in a plant system. We are in a system right now where we are just learning this. We're all babies at this. There's nothing new under the sun of sons being born, kings and queens being born. We are all learning this. So give yourself a chance to know that Atlantis went under because we had a lot of learning to do. So take the time and don't take the message and not take the message and look at the person and not take exactly what you need to take is what's being interfaced, what's being downloaded, what's coming in from a higher frequency, from a lower frequency, from a balanced frequency, from a 360 frequency, one that has traveled the darkest, deepest, the highest, and is working on keeping the pendulum from swinging. Whichever way it swings, it swing. Make sure I bring it right back to Mama Heart. Tata Hurt. Since birth. Never was born. Always been here. Just keep birthing. Since the same thing I've been. Coming through the wire. That we are learning something right now. We are in the most primordial rivers of them all, that we had to learn this. We had to burn this. We had to learn how to guide the petroleum. Learn how to guide the fire. That's where we at right now in life. Right now, we are at such a epicenter of a baby stage that people have already been. There's some OGs out here that's been doing the same ish for millions of years. Them same people that you see coming through the portal, you might look at your grandpa like that. He been here already. He been here hundreds of thousands of times, still doing the same thing. If he ain't changed and he's still doing the same thing, you best believe he's been here since the 100,000 period doing the same thing. Being that, who was next to Jesus? I forgot his name. One guy was next to Jesus. It was a guy next to Jesus, and supposedly, he's the one who took them out. So watch who you keep around you. Watch who you have around you. Watch the people that you think you building relationships with, in your close and around your circles. Watch what they doing. See if they going live. See if check out, they even, like, for me, I don't check nobody's analytics, but I also say for them to check it, like, see what you watching, see what pops up on your feed. That's how you could tell if you programmed or not. If you have not, like, informational, wealthy stuff coming through your brain or through your programming, and your whole analytics is just giving you, videos of like how you call that, TV, like just regular media, like just mainstream media. Thank you. Mainstream media. If you have mainstream media, you are programmed in your subconscious, you don't even have a superconscious yet. You still working on your conscious and your sub, And if you have nature around you, or people that's around you that's really about that life, like, not just have millions of dollars and then they like, yo, I get out in my Bentley, and then they don't even never go to nature or go in the hike, and they never do yoga. Like, I don't know, that's kind of funny to me, when you saying and you promoting such a ancient wisdom, and then you deceiving. It's almost like you straight up a clone and you don't even know you a clone. You know what I'm saying? Like, how there's people out here doing the conscious community, and they know they cloning themselves because they watching other people do it, and they like, yo, it's a hit right now. I gotta talk about Dr. Sebi, and then after I get the followings and the money from him, I'm gonna talk ish about him. Where they do that at, Yaki? Yo, where they? How do people still support you? That ain't your money, man. That's gotta be, you figured out how to get the funds and the grants. You still jocking Dr. Sebi, and then you talking ish about him. How you look? That's insanity. That's, to me, like, I could do the same thing over, repetitive. I gotta get a different result. Until I get a different result, I'm gonna keep on doing it. And if I ever get the same result, like if I was eating the meat, or I was getting, I was investing into petroleum stocks, or I was in the Quran, not using the Quran to decipher. You could use the Quran for the Book of the Dead, or from the 42 Laws of Ma'at, or from the Emerald Tablets, or the Brooklyn Talk, or the Kabbalion. But if you using the Quran and you not bringing it back, or you using the Bible or the Torah and you not bringing it back to the Metuneta, oh, shame on you. We got you now. You thought you was woke? Oh yeah, I know you woke. You got money backing you, and bots and money. This show, anybody that watches Ghosts or DJ Houthi, while I stay alive and thriving and immortal, On this channel, you don't ever have to worry about that. Because you're going to see me in the jungle. You're going to see me with Mother Nature. You're going to see me planting more trees. You're going to see me planting more seeds. You're going to see me doing it for real. I'm not just going to be like, yo, I'm doing it for my family and then the conscious community and not involving the real conscious community. Don't come over here with that inverted, perverted, and then trying to steal Dr. Sebi and then trying to, you know, off a brother and then not realize we not reading people. We seeing you, we smelling you. I can smell the meat coming out your paw if you can't even breathe right. And then even if we could, you know, I've been through situations where mucus got built up, you know. But I learned a tapestry like, oh, I got to watch who I'm around. Oh, I got to watch what I'm consuming. Oh, hold on. Somebody trying to send something my way. Hold on. Let me hit them with some oregano oil real quick. Let me hit my body with oregano oil real quick. Some carvacrol. You know, not just that, you know, let me hit the body with love. Let me hit the body with love. Somebody threw a lot of shades to me, not just today. I think people are upset that I could speak truth. I think people are upset. You know, upset. Look, think about it. Set mind, reptilian brain. If anybody's next to you that's toxic right now, that's 3D. So if there's not people coming around you, right? And they are not coming around you and they're not being proactive and they're not being multiplied, that means that's an agent, that's a snake, that's straight up a draconian in your area. Anybody that cannot control their breathing, control their relationship, control their communication, people that cannot, if anybody is toxic, let me not go on a rant. If there is any toxic people that is promoting toxicity in your life that cannot speak to you from a place of love, they are a Draco. That right there, that person, you don't got to look nowhere else. If the person takes a deep breath, comes around 360, that's different. You know, emotions are flying through and he's still toxic as ish because he can't keep himself together. Or she can't keep herself together. If anybody around you is toxic, that's a 3D. That's a 3D person. Right there. You don't got, if you're walking around anybody, they toxic, that's 3D right there. Even if the person's coming on live and they talking conscious community and they look like they've been eating meat or they look like they've been, you know, dealing with the toxic stuff, that's toxic. Toxic might not come in a form where somebody like, you see how I'm a little bit talking persistent and assertive? Some people might take that as toxic, but that's a toxic person. No disrespect. Toxic comes in all shapes and forms as far as this. Let me tell you. People could act like they not toxic. And that is such a big toxin. Like, let's say somebody get on and they got a bionic eye, right? And they're not taking sananga or dealing with mushrooms. And then they like, yo, don't smoke that weed. Or don't puff that herb. That's toxic. Because something that might not be for you could be for somebody else. And then now you trying to throw something out because maybe you need to smoke a spliff. Maybe you need to hit the fourth dimension because you staying down in 3D. Maybe you've been in 3D too long talking about other people doing something. Because then now when the time comes, you was talking all that smack. Like I told Brother Rich, right? I said all them people was talking all that smack about you when you was younger. Brother Rich said all these people thought he was, you know, and he knew he wasn't. Those are toxic people that don't let your dream or your reality, or not just your dream, your etheric come through. That's toxic people. Toxic people are using our brothers and our sisters to gain followings, to gain relationships, to be toxic. Are y'all seeing this in the community? Because I don't know why y'all let me in the community, because y'all might have to let me back out the community, because I don't think y'all going to want me in the community, because y'all going to still do the same thing for years and then come around and be like, hey, I want to be conscious, and then you go back right back to your thing, and then you're not investing in Mother Nature. You just trying to get the jewels. You trying to learn how to AI code. You trying to learn how to get your platform on. You trying to build a fan base. You trying to get some bots. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom with the bots. Bots Shabbat shalom. Bots Shabbat shalom. Yeah. Every time you see a bot, just say Shabbat shalom. Every time you see bots, just be like, yo, Shabbat shalom. They gonna get the message right away. Clear as day. Shabbat shalom. I seen other people, doing rap, and they probably still eating meat. And they look so rah, rah, rah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm the 50 Cent of the new conscious era, y'all. Do not come around me with that fake Shabbat shalom, and you still eat, and you still carnivoristic. You a Canaanite. You the real black Canaanite. If you carbon, or you my complexion carbon, and you still eating meat, you Canaanite, fool. You heard? Respectfully, but look, I told you, some brothers get the pass. Some brothers gotta get some sisters gotta get the pass. You see, we need to take care of our body. What I'm saying to y'all, man, is, I'm not just saying this out of myself. I'm saying that Mother Nature's coming around next season, and she is not playing no type of games. And I want to see all of y'all thriving. I want to see all of y'all living. But as much as that I want to see y'all living, I want to see myself, I self, do the worth, do the value, live through the value, project the value. Understand that, us as being a, how would I say that? Being a person that's living it, right? Being a
living example.
Thank you. See, that's why we the feminine, nah, let's go. We have to be a living example. We have to stop coming out here, acting like we conscious and we not conscious.
Walk by truth, walk in the truth.
Walk in your truth. Dr. SEBI, when he came and he visited me, I kind of realized that I'll be wasting my time speaking, to the conscious community. That there's so many snakes out there in the conscious community that I think some of our brothers don't realize how much is being galvanized inside of the conscious community. This is a plant-based eater, a rejuvenator, excuse me. And I don't know, I feel things around that I don't have to see through, I can see through walls. And I'm realizing for some strange reason that a lot of people are using us. A lot of people are using our information against us. Has anybody seen that? Has anybody seen, like, Billy or Yaki use our information against us? Because I seen it with my own first eye. Because I ain't messing with turmeric. And I ain't damn sure ain't touching no broccoli. For sure. I don't even touch kale no more. You heard? And I know Dr. SEBI was running it through and learning the plays. I just brung y'all Mambio. I just bring y'all Mama Coca. Y'all should look it up. Because these are gems. They not talking about that over there. Why they, let me find out. Okay, I found out. Because they want the bot stream. Okay, Shabbat Shalom. They don't want to talk about ayahuasca and marijuana or Santa Maria because y'all only want bots. Leave them thoughts alone. Oh, y'all still want the money. Y'all want the slave trade dollar. Oh, okay. Y'all after the petroleum buck. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it why you come over by the conscious community. I get it now. Y'all want the petroleum bucks. Y'all make all the money and then leave the conscious community still like, oh yeah, it's okay to eat meat. It's okay to eat, it's okay to be in these machines and put oxygen on and you can't breathe it yourself. I don't got no oxygen machine on, man. And the blood does not, the oxygen don't come from the lungs. Gracias mamá coca, gracias mambio, gracias abuelita, gracias abuelito fuego. Yeah, he burned it away, you heard? That's why I love abuelito 13 fuego. He be burning them all away, letting them know, yo, look, don't mess around out here in this conscious community, especially if I'm around. I know y'all not gonna like to see me around, or y'all might, send some other type of laser beams and all that. Yeah. I know Dracos. Y'all really believe that truth, right? Keep them in the 3D. Yeah, I know. We multiply out here, y'all. Look, stay multiplying. I also gotta say this. Is you do have a relationship with yourself. Keep that relationship with yourself, because that's your relationship with the all I and I. That is your relationship with Mother Nature, your father, your son, your daughter, your procreate selves. Have that clean relationship with you that you could speak your truth, right? And it be your half of truth. And then it be the whole truth. Because every single word that I said on this YouTube channel was 1,000% the truth. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because in nature you have soil. It has 102 minerals, right? But certain people want to stay in the 3D. It's okay to be 3D. Just don't go to the conscious community and then you like, yo, I'm 3D. This guy taking the light. All right, let me pull over. I know they sending them beams out. So look, soil is made up of 102 minerals, right? And there's nothing that you can do when you look out in nature and you don't be in the symmetry or the quantum field, is you could utilize a quantum field, but it is not quantum. You're really not going to be able to utilize it no more. An etheric field like Tesla was talking about, grabbing from the ionosphere, it's the only real field that exists. That's why some of y'all scared to shut off this matrix y'all living in, because it's been installed in your DNA. If you shut it off, you feel like you're shutting off a part of you. When you deal with Chakronita, you learn to shut off from everything. You learn to get rid of all your desires, children, family, procreate, everything. You start to learn that there's something greater than you. There is something more omnipotent than what you see in the flesh. There's something that you don't see every day or anywhere. It's an unknown feeling that you could see people and you don't have to read them. But when they lie to themselves, it's revealing itself more than I could say it. It just happens naturally. That's what happens when you go from 3D to 5D. So when you look in nature, it has no straight lines. Not one. Might have a curve. So understand that soil is royal. Stay loyal to the soil. Stay loyal to the plants. Anybody deviating the spectrum, I ain't got to say it. It's happening already. We watching it. We've been watching it for how long already? And people still went and ate the turkey. People still went and ate the, what they eat in them chocolate chip cookies or something. What they eat on Christmas. Cakes and all of that. All them desserts, man, They still eat turkey from last season, Be wise from the people in your environment and your relationships that you're around. Be wise with the people in the community that you're next to, because you never know that they might try to take you out. They might try to take your information and then go put it on the spaceship. You know what I'm saying? So be wise as you integrate in your platforms these days. Be wise how you speaking and saying that you conscious. And then we realizing too, like I said, if you check my background, trust me, there's going to be a little bit of comments. If I could tell you how many things I already realized that people could say about me, I'm okay with my dark side. When you are okay with what you've been through as a child, and you have more to show for in the work you put in Mother Nature, and that shows, like, let's say somebody will say something about your past. Now I'm just throwing it out there. Something about your past, something about now that's happening. That right there destroys people. Some people go back to their room, they hold so much envy, so much hate. If you can be you in your own blood, flesh, and skin, and you could love your dark side, and then also see what you've bloomed out to be, sometimes you could get a thought from somebody else or from the ethers, and you might feel less than, right? When you go back to Mother Nature and you see what you invested in Mother Nature, and I'm not just talking about Mother Nature, I'm talking about you, a particle as Mother Nature. What did you invest in on yourself, on your children? What were you teaching your children? What are you teaching your children? What investments are you making on a daily that is showing up? And then also, what kind of lie might you live for the next 50 years, 100 years by investing in that stock, petroleum? You think you're still alive? Yes, you are immortal, but you live in lies. We multiply on this side, y'all. So look, I just wanted to say a moment of silence for Dr. SEBI. And then I want to say another thing. Oh, she mama yo. Oh, she mama yo. Thank you for keeping us alive. Thank you for keeping us eternal. Thank you for keeping us immortal. Thank you for having no fear to be yourself, because you have too many snakes walking around this place, and a lot of people are letting them walk around freely. And I don't ever touch a snake. I see a snake shed his own skin just like I have. So be real with your snake self. Keep the staff on the snake. Have your hawk. Have your crown. Walk with nature. Walk in your kingship. Walk in your truth. Sound, frequency in your truth. Stop trying to get rich off my man and his conscious community, please. It kind of look real foolish out here these days. I don't know how brothers and sisters come around each other and sit in that type of vibration where, they still doing the same thing while the same brothers are teaching the same things, and they seeing the cycles continue. May the Mother of Nature cleanse all the distortion and all the people that are usurping our 0 plus gene. May Mother Nature show her source, show her frequency. May Mother Nature cleanse the universe and the primordial waters with plants. May Mother Nature bring Dr. SEBI back to life. May Mother Nature make sure he has never died and he is only multiplied. May Mother Nature make sure all his rich primordial seeds, even the ones that needs to get washed and replenished and come back to life, however it is, even in my life, please let Mother Nature guide her wrath and also let her guide the staff. And don't forget about the portal of immortal. That's the yoni. Stay with the feminine. Stay with our women. Don't disrespect hanging out with the snakes in the grass. Start to help your mitochondria and your DNA, that you can have more women out there that are plant-based and not just acting like they conscious and they coming around and they still, eating from the Canaanite. So I just want to say Asheo in my truth, and I also want to say I love you, Ma'a, and I love you, Ma'at. And I say Ma'a had a nice conversation with Ma'a. I paid for the conversation, don't tell nobody. She was in Mexico. I don't know if it was the bot or not, but I have the little record too. She let us know, she tried to let us know, how relationships and why she doesn't like to talk to the conscious community, because she sees what I didn't see until right now. I'm actually realizing a conversation that I spoke to my aunt. She's at the fig tree, and I spoke to her, and you know what she said? She said, I can't deal with them brothers down there, or I can't deal with them sisters down there. And I just couldn't know why. Then I still was like, I gotta get down there. I gotta help them. I gotta do what I gotta do. But right now, I'm realizing how important she is by staying out the way. I'm starting to realize how important she is by not even dealing with a community that gets together and still indulges in all of these things that they think people don't see, that are very, very aware, and they don't have to read anything. Ashe, and I'm gonna leave that and let that settle and marinate.